International training and consulting contracts without a global sales team. How does that work? Okay, so because Sunil sent to me late, so I have to reach my phone. Sunil is a global keynote speaker since the age of 17. He has been delivering keynotes, facilitating workshops, and coaching in over 52 countries in person. 120 plus countries remotely over the last 25 years. Over the last 16 years, he has supported over 1,000 plus clients in organizational, design and development, cultural transformation, change management, and leadership development. Let's put our hands together and welcome Sunil to share with us how to win international training and consulting contracts without a global team. Another round of applause, my friends. Sunil.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
You know, when Mr. Arul said, this is the session, this is the date, can come, I'm like, I think so. And the only reason I have to check again and again is whether I'm traveling or not. And many a times trainers and friends have asked, Sunil, why are you always traveling? You holidaying so much, where are you getting so much of money? No, I'm not holidaying. I was doing a consulting in Philippines for 9 months, working Monday to Sunday. And I only get Sunday afternoon free because the CEO will ask me to come and have lunch in his house. And after having lunch and sort of drinks with him, I will literally be, I want to sleep. And that's the kind of life I had. So it sounds very nice, when friends and some people who know closely of where I am, what I'm doing, like, wow, you always travel. But the real truth is, it's crazy hard work. At 32, going to the hospital middle of the night because of chest pain and probably worrying whether you're going to be alive wasn't a good thing. But I think hard work pays. So I'm going to share with you a little bit of the journey that I've taken. And here I will start by first showing you how and what I've built. So HC Consultants Group is a group of brands and companies. It starts with ROI Institute, an institute that I managed to reach out and form the exclusive partnership for ASEAN. Because more and more leaders around the world that I work with ask me that question, how do you know what is the true value of the work that you are delivering or our HR is spending our hard-earned money for? Then I built the HC Leadership Institute because we do a lot of international certification programs and all that. Then we built the Positive Wellbeing Institute, right? Because suddenly you see people are talking more and more about well-being and mental health and all of those stuff, So that's where that came in. A little bit of following Tan Sri Palan's advice. Don't put your eggs in one basket. So you have a few things. If this one doesn't have any program, you probably have the other one. And if you don't have the other one, you've got a third one. Something keeps coming, right? And then I partnered the founder of Appreciative Inquiry, right? So I literally went on an online course. And because the online course I don't like, because they keep asking me to, give comment on the wall and chat and, do reflection. I decided to fly to US in 2019, spend 2 weeks with David Cooper Ryder, the founder of Appreciative Inquiry. Decided to partner him in January 2020. Unfortunately, COVID 2 months down the road, right? And we built the Center of Appreciative Inquiry in Asia, right? And Solution Focus Academy. So this is the brands that we built over the period of 16 years. But all of this was not something that was built immediately, right? All this started, right? When I was 17 years old, I was invited to first speak at United Nations. And the first time when I went there, obviously I wasn't speaking this confidently. I was shivering, I was sweating, drenched wet, right? And someone asked me, how on earth did you ever get that opportunity? Simple. When your father is a government school teacher and he's so passionate about, soft skill development rather than your academics only, he pushes you to be a volunteer in different things, right? So that's exactly what my father did. Dragged me to be a volunteer in many events and also organizations. So one of them was actually called the Family Planning Association. Now trust me, my father did not intend to get me to plan a family at the age of 14, 15 when I was a volunteer, but they were building a training module for nationwide rollout on what you call, safe touch, respecting women, respecting men, all that things lah. So that was the opportunity that came. And because I'm generally a very outspoken person and I love to interact with people, at the state level, I suddenly was asked to lead. Then came to the national presentation. Sunil, can you also present? You seem to be very daring. Walao, that became a bit of a risk. Then came to the international conference to speak on behalf of Malaysia. So I was invited and there were 3 other doctors. So very naturally, I thought obviously the doctor should do the presentation. Now, why on earth ask me? I'm a small boy. Right? But suddenly gonna bully. That's when I learned the meaning of bully. Alright, I think they probably saw the crowd. Of course, this AI generated image, okay, by my staff. But technically speaking, it was about 3,000 people sitting there. Right? And I guess that's the time they were like, Sunil, you buat lah. So I went up, I spoke, I delivered. That at the age of 17 unlocked close to 20 over country doors. Because I was suddenly invited to go and do youth workshops, youth leadership programs. So all the time was all youth. Right? And then that group of youths that I had worked with around the world today are CEOs and board members and very senior leaders of different organizations. And that became the door opener. And I didn't need a global marketing team. Today, this company called HC Consultants Group just celebrated its 16th year anniversary. For 15 years, I did not even have a company website. Right? I built my website with one of the interns by paying her 1,500 ringgit, which was outdated, doesn't tell who we are. On the 16th year anniversary, just last month, over dinner, my team gave me the best present in my life. Boss, we have been working secretly behind your back, and this is the 16th year anniversary website for you. So you can go and check out my company website now. It's super solid and it truly speaks what we do. Right? Prior to that, training provider. But no, I'm not a trainer. I'm not a training provider. I'm a consultant. But there was no anywhere proper marketing to do that. But what helped us grow? Word of mouth. I did work with one client. That one client spoke to 3 other people. That 3 people went and spoke to another 2-3 people. And that kept us going for 15 years, 16 years. It's only this year I even expanded the team. Right, and I've hired more people to start doing marketing because I realized I can't do everything alone. So, 52 countries, in person, physically flying to 52 countries. My dream is to do 100 before I die. Alright? 120 countries virtually, thanks to COVID. Right? Of course, we lost a lot, but we also gained a lot. Right? More than 500,000 people, whether it's keynote, whether it's leadership programs, whether it is consulting. Right? And 100% of our programs are all customized. I don't do a single copy-paste program. And that's a pride I take. In fact, I remember 2 years ago when we were sponsors at NHCCE, so many HR folks came over to the booth. So Mr. Sunil, what training you got to offer? I say, you want specific program? Please go, there are 400 other training providers out there. They have got programs to give you. I don't have a program. Then what you have? I have a time to sit down for a cup of coffee. Then I design the intervention for you. You want? Can, let's do it. So that's basically how we went from one space to another. Right? And I think the strength that we brought to clients was we worked on transformation. So for an example, the Philippines client I was telling you, the MD calls me and tells me, bro, this company is worse than the one we worked before. What? This company is making 15 million euro losses for 3 consecutive years. I am tasked to turn around and bring it to break even in 2 years. If not, the MNC, the holding company in Netherlands, they're going to shut down the business. Okay, when you need me, can you fly in tomorrow? So imagine, suddenly you just jump on a flight, you fly in. And then we spend a whole week just to understand the challenges and all that. And then we go on a co-creation. To design a 2 days workshop, the MD and I spent together with the HR director close to about 19 hours. That's the kind of commitment is needed to do the work that I'm doing, right? But that would also come with lots of stress. So I bring the tools, the methodologies, the frameworks, and the experience of facilitation to do those things. And the MD says what he wants. And then we went on a journey for 9 months. Years later, sorry, not years later, 1 year and 7 months later, I was speaking at one of the biggest HR congresses in Philippines. So I texted him. I said, Chief, I'm in town. Let's catch up for a drink. So he says, my driver will pick you up, come home for dinner. Wife has cooked dinner. So nice again lah, nice free home food. As I had dinner with him, he says, I want a small good news to share with you. We are positive 25 million euros. 15 million euro negative for 3 consecutive years, boom, 25 million euro positive. He has himself introduced to me to 6 new companies, 3 has already converted into clients, right? So, this is basically the frameworks, the approaches that I built over a period of time. The difference is, I went in, I jumped into difficult things, not knowing exactly what I can do, but I knew my intentions were clear, I want to help the client. And I'll pull all the strengths that I possibly have to help. Eventually that became valuable. So we use strengths, we use solution focus, we use appreciative inquiry, we use positive psychology and NLP. And we sort of tie all these 5 in every single intervention, which has become the secret to the success. Alright? So I'm going to share with you 10 quick lessons, okay, that you can also do and also be able to grow globally, right? So the first thing, stop selling training, start solving business problems. Because nobody cares how much you are training them and what their skill development is. At the level of the board, at the level of the CEO, at the level of the CFO, they are only interested, can you come in, solve my problems, give me more money, correct?
Yes.
That's all that matters. Number 2, build your own intellectual property. Now, thanks to AI, you can create frameworks and try to goreng in classrooms. I've seen so many trainers in the last 6 months, come up to me, I've got the ACE framework, I have the value framework, I have the RACE framework. They have absolutely no experience about it. Just because AI can create that tool, it doesn't mean you are an expert in it. So I took 15 years, play with different clients, with different tools, and eventually we built our own FITO transformation system. FITO stands for Flourishing Individual Thriving Organizations. It is rock solid, it has proven successes, it has been tested through time across multiple countries. Right? So build your own, but build it after success. Don't brag using ChatGPT or any of these AI tools and try to sell. You will sell once, but you will never last permanent. All these short-term gains will help you to sprint. But if you want to be a marathon runner in this industry, right, then do the hard work now, enjoy later. Next, don't compete on price. And this is the funniest thing, right? So many trainers now, Mr. Sunil, I was offered, these are training providers and trainers. Mr. Sunil, I was offered, buy a client 5,000 ringgit a day. So, take lah. 5,000 a lot of money. So, then recently I spoke to a very close training provider friend. He told me, my client is offering me 3,500 a day. Training provider getting 3,500. How much do you think the trainer is going to get? You know, I know lah. Alright? So stop competing on price, because I'm telling you it's just going to go from bad to worse. Right? Not to brag, but I've been able to charge a client one day 60,000. I showed the value. Spend one day with me, I promise you your business will turn around in some of the areas, and I'm charging you 60k. Take it or leave it. And they paid 15,000 US to be exact. Right? So show your value. 2, think of partnership. Now this is where my problem is with Malaysia. Okay? Trainers and training providers in Malaysia, we have got this horrible mindset. Oh my God, you are my competitor. They macam, You and I very different lah. My experiences are different. Your experiences are different. Collaborate lah. I've also shared some of these things I'm sharing in private, intimate conversations with some of the people here. And I said, you know what, take these tools, go and sell it to your client, we make money together. Okay, I'll think about it. Because the mindset is, oh my God, he's a competitor. The day we shift our mindset to collaborators, I'm telling you, you will make loads of money. Right? And I'm doing that little blessings with international partners because they believe in abundance. They are not worried about you stealing their material, or you can steal it. You can take, they even freely give it away. Alright? Next, become internationally credible. Now this one is something which will shock you, and actually it did shock me to a certain extent. Couple of years back, when I got married, I told my wife, I can't find people trustworthy to run my business. I can give you my life, so why not you come and handle my business, at the Malaysia level. So she came in. And after that, she hired an accountant to handle the finance. Alright? So the accountant doesn't know that I'm the husband. Because in the office, we operate very professionally and she calls me boss. The accountant went and asked her, ma'am, the last 3 years account, boss has spent 300 over 1,000 ringgit on all the different international certification and his travels. He mad, not knowing that that's my wife. So my sweetheart comes home and tells me, darling, even the accountant think you are mad. But the reality is this. Because I spent money going for all these expensive international programs and kept reinvesting in myself, today when I speak to senior leaders, CEOs and boards, they listen. And that helps. Right? Number 2, when I started going for all these programs, I built solid relationship and friendships with the people in my cohorts. Right? Why do people go to I don't want to mention any name, but let's say they go to a cheap college and do an MBA program versus some people spend 200,000 doing Manchester Business School. Why some go and do Harvard University program? Connection. It's not the education, it's the connection. My 50th birthday present to myself is going to be the Harvard program, $500,000 US. Why? I want to be sitting with the Tunku and the Tan Sris and the Datos and all that and become a Harvard alumni. It's the connections. Right? I've just finished 3 programs in the international space just this year alone. Alright? Using and leveraging on the friendships built in these training programs, which I invested in learning for myself. Right? So become internationally credible. Next. Boleh next kan?
This is like J-Lo's model also.
Hah? Kerja kuat lah. Jono.
He looks like one person.
Okay? Measure real business impact. Right? Because today, I think we all know, they keep asking about what's the ROI. So show the true value of what you do. Because executive looks at outcomes, not outputs. Okay, 200 training programs done. My output assessment form shows I'm 4.9 out of 5 trainer for the last 2 years. And I see some trainers put that and brag on that on social media. So what? How has that improved the client's bottom line? Right? Next, build a strong brand. Only now I'm building a brand. That's why you see wearing red color t-shirt on. Okay? Next, say yes to difficult opportunities. Like the Philippines was a classic example. Their challenges and their problems were pathetically bad. Like really thorough. Okay? So I didn't know how to solve it, to be very honest. I just said yes. And this is what I learned as a young boy reading Bill Gates' book. Go say yes, figure it out at home how to do it. Right? So that's exactly what I did. And thank God it worked. Right? Next, keep learning. Like I said, be hungry, go and learn, whether it's peers, mentors, right? Like I recently went on a trip with Dr. Maria and the entire team to Timor-Leste. Just by that 48-hour travel, I picked up so many nuggets of wisdom. by the sharings of Rajinder, Arul, Dr. Maria, Lawrence, and all that, right? So keep learning continuously, formal and informal learnings, right? Finally, build relationships before revenue, and I'll end by sharing this little story. I became friends with the HR director in Malaysia. Husband and I and the wife and my wife will go for vegan and vegetarian lunches almost every month once. For 2.5 years, she never gave me a single training job. And I was not really bothered. I mean, like, if it comes, it comes, right? But because of that friendship, suddenly over one lunch, she asked me, Sunil, can you do coaching culture? I said, yeah, that's one of those things that we do. Okay, Monday, can you come over to the office? 2.5 years of relationship building, but when the project came, it was 6 digit, right? So play the bigger game, build genuine relationship with no expectation, because when you least expect, it will actually come in a very, very big way, right? So I've shared with you a lot of, all these real personal stories, including real numbers, only to help you understand there is so much of potential outside Malaysia. Don't get stuck thinking, hey Jadika, please lah, why you charging 4%? Oh, don't lah, reduce the 4% lah. Ayo, please lah, if you can make 15,000 US outside direct payment, why the hell are you worried about a 5%, 10% over here? You get where I'm coming from? And outside Malaysia, they are willing to pay only if you are willing to show your value, right? Trust me, right? So don't chase global clients. Let's build our own global standards, because it's easier to go out there and earn the bigger buck. Right, with that, let's stay connected, and always happy to have more conversations and coffee to support you and support each other in growing in this industry. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Quick round of applause to Mr. Sunil. So maybe we open up to 2 questions from the floor. If there's anyone who wants to understand how to do international business without a sales team, open to the floor. Free, not US dollars. Maybe you can get discount also after that. Any questions? Yeah, please. There's one in the back.
Only appointment. Let's go lunch.
Appointment buyer. Okay, besides appointment, anyone want to actually ask a question?
Macro will charge lah.
No, Suhu will create an app for appointments. And small fee for Metro. Okay?
Matchmaking. But any other questions, ladies and gentlemen? I think international market is still a big one for us Malaysians.
There are a lot of opportunities. A lot of corporate organizations are now coming towards the Asia market. So Asia market is really booming, frankly speaking. Right, any questions? Yes, no? Yes, sir.
One in front here, please.
I like your 10 key factors of success, but I have experienced the collaboration among trainer and training providers very much lacking in Malaysia. Very much lacking. When I was in the computer industry, there was a lot of collaboration. You collaborate your software, hardware, all together. But in training industry, why your price keep on going down from 6,000, 5,000 to 3,000 to 2,000? Because each one is treating each other as competitor. And who is gaining? The customer. They're screwing you. I mean, you don't like to use the word. So that's why I appeal to all training providers, join our retreat, collaborate with one another. I talked to Maria, we must collaborate with one another, nothing to worry about. Now the AI, copying the program is nothing. Nothing. It's your personality, your delivery, your credibility counts. So collaborate with one another, leverage on each other's strength. Correct, Mr. Sunil?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, right?
100%.
Thank you.
Alright, thank you very much and have a wonderful day.
Thank you again, Mr. Sunil. Okay. Just for housekeeping as well, the participants who actually paid for this session, a small token will be given to you after the program. So if you want your token, you have to wait until the end. Alright? Oh, given earlier.